No problem. I'll just call you if Mr. Stanley continues to have more pain. Well, hi. Were you looking for me?
I was wondering if you'd seen Lucky.
Oh. Well, actually not since yesterday.
Oh, well, if he decides to stop by or anything, could you let him know I'm looking for him?
Sure. Liz? When was the last time you saw Lucky?
This morning.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Was Lucky upset when you saw him?
He's all right. He told me that his father raped his mom.
I imagine that was very difficult for you to hear.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around. Anyway, it's not about me, it's about Lucky. He loves he loved his parents an awful lot. Especially his dad. You know that.
Yes, I do.
And now he says he hates them. And I'm sure he does. I guess I don't want him to. I just wish there was something I could do to fix it, but I can't.
How much did Lucky tell you about what happened between Luke and Laura?
Hardly anything. I don't think I really want to know.
I don't blame you for that. And I'm not going to make excuses for my brother, but I will say this. What happened between Luke and Laura happened a long time ago. And it was extreme circumstances. And however they started out, they grew to love each other very much. And Lucky knows that. Lucky has been surrounded by that love his entire life.
Yeah, but don't you see that makes it worse for him? Lucky doesn't understand how his mother could love someone who did that. It makes him want to get away from them. He had a bus ticket out of town. But then he came back to tell me goodbye. I asked him to stay, but I don't know if he will.
I have a feeling he will. No matter how hurt he is, he'll fight before he runs. And he knows you need him. And it sounds to me like he needs you, too.
Still don't know how to help.
Well, why don't you try doing for him what he's done for you? Just be a friend. You know, I'm off in a half an hour. I could drive you home if you like.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna get dinner with my sister.
Okay. I'll let you know if I hear anything from Lucky.
Thanks. The Outback Special looks pretty good. It always sounds like they just chopped the head off of whatever they found out back. I know it's a place in Australia. So, how long does Outback Special take?
Elizabeth Weber, you've hardly been out of the house for weeks, and now you're in a hurry to leave?
I just meant in case Lucky decided to call or to come by or something. Not that he will or that he has to, just...
I know what you meant. I remember feeling like that. I never wanted to miss a call from Nicholas. But waiting for the phone to ring isn't much fun unless it actually does.
You know what I think? I think Nicholas is ashamed of how he acted. You know, when he wouldn't see you for so long?
You like avocados, right? What about the avocado burger? I can't think of a sillier subject than talking about the amount of phone calls I do or don't get, you know?
Sarah, don't do that.
What?
Don't make me feel like some tragic victim who can't have a conversation unless it's about being raped.
Okay. Things aren't the same between Nicholas and me, and everybody's just pretending that they are, you know, that everything's okay. Graham and the kids at school and even Nicholas.
Maybe it'll just take some time.
I don't know. There doesn't seem to be anything that I can do for him that Robin Scorpio can't do better.
Must have been so difficult for you to have this poison and not be able to use it against me. But you had to wait, didn't you? For the right time, when I had something to lose. You wanted me to lose my wife, but you couldn't swing that. So you moved on to my kid. You figured he'd be a easier target. But you had to calculate the half-life of hatred, which for most people is rather short, but not you and me. No, that's what sets us apart. Hatred is never too much of a drain for us. In fact, I find hating your guts invigorating. It agrees with me.
Do you hear yourself? You're pathetic. You cannot think beyond the moment or yourself. You cannot imagine answering tomorrow for the viciousness of today. Now, men, not much better than you, refrain from most of the depredations of which they might be capable simply because they know there'll be a cost. But you, when you grabbed that teenage girl, Laura Weber, and you forced her beneath you, what did you think? Did you think you wouldn't have to pay for that? Did you think that if enough people died, forgot, or moved away, that your crime would be effaced? When you obliterate innocence like that, in that way, it never returns. You just ask Laura.
Somebody lose something?
Nicholas and Robin Scorpio? You really think?
Well, I don't know if they're actually going out, but then again, how would I know?
But she's so much older than he is. Oh, I guess not. What, like 2 years?
When he couldn't speak, she was the one he got close to. I didn't have the right words to say, and obviously she did. They both lived in Europe, and they both speak French, and her best friend's a supermodel. He's way too smart for PC High, and she's in college. I mean, how can I compete? She's perfect.
Now you know how it feels. I meant to say that in a more supportive tone of voice.
Saw the outboard from Kelly's drifting to shore, and I knew whose it was. You okay, Mr. Cassidy? I really wouldn't care if he broke your neck right now. I just wouldn't want that to be what he goes to jail for. Hey, you're gonna take the outboard. I'll swim or fly or something.
You get in the outboard. You're going back with me. If you prefer, I'll have you take it in the launch.
Thank
He's
you.
going with me!
I am not! Well, you should go. I'll be okay. I'll always be okay. So don't worry about it. Go.
Are you happy? You see what you've done? You see what you let him do to us?
Don't make me any more ashamed than I already am.
Ashamed. You have no right to be ashamed of me, boy. I raised you!
Ever practice what you preach? About how a man's not a man until he can face up to himself, take responsibility. Stop blaming him. Stop blaming me. It's you. It's all you.